Hello there. Hope you're doing well. So here we have another question from the same text that is giving information about the quote of Mark Twain, which is indicating about uh, that how monopolist set up rules and also um, talking about the land game, isn't it? So the direction for question is what? We need to answer the following questions based on the information given below. Well, look at the question as we understood the text. So the question stated that which of the following cannot be inferred? Cannot be inferred. So it's an inference based question, right? So cannot be inferred what? About Elizabeth Magi in the context of the passage. So, if we say that, what does the question ask? The question asks, which statement about the Elizabeth Magi cannot be inferred from the passage. In other words, it wants to know which idea is not supported by the information provided, isn't it? Not supported by the information. Look at the choice. The first choice stated Magi is intended for her game to provide a practical demonstration of the social consequences of different property ownership system, right? Um, so you can say that this is directly supported by the passage, directly supported by the passage, right? So, which describe the two set of rules she created to illustrate these consequences. So, we can find out that the two set of rules which is appointed, Elizabeth Magi would no doubt have made herself go directly to jail if she would live to know, or she had lived to know just how influential today's twisted version of her game has turned out to be. Why? Because it encourages its player to celebrate exactly the opposite to values to those she intended to. Determined to prove the merit of Church of proposal, Magi invented in 1904 patented what she called the landlord's game, laid out on the board as a circuit. It was populated with streets and landmarks for sale. The key innovation of her game, however, in two sets of rules that she wrote for playing it. Under the prosperity set of rules, every player gained each time someone acquired a new property, and the game was owned by all when the player who had started out with the least money that had doubled it. And the next one is called as a monopoly set of rules. In contrast, player got ahead by acquiring property and collecting rent from all those who were unfortunate enough to land there, and whoever managed to bankrupt the rest. Isn't it? So in that case, you can say that this is directly supported by the passage which describe the two set of rules she created to describe these consequences. So hence we can say that option one is not the appropriate inference about Elizabeth Magi's in the context of the passage, right? So cannot be inferred about Elizabeth Magi in the context of the passage. Second, Magi's invention was initially popular among progressive thinkers and academic institutions, reflecting her success in expressing her intended social critique. Now, if you talk about this second option, so um, this claims that Magi's game was popular among progressive thinkers and academic institutions. So the passage mentioned that the game was played by whom? Played by left wing, left wing intellectuals, left wing intellectuals, right? Um, and on college campuses. So you can say that it supported the inference. You can say that it supports this particular inference presented here. So here we have got the idea related to the means left wing. Yeah. So we need to scan that particular phrase. So somewhere it is mentioned. Mm, yeah. Yes, the game was soon a hit among left wing intellectuals on college campuses, including the Wharton School, Harvard, and Columbia. Isn't it? So, in that case, we can say um, it was this particular sentence cannot be inferred about Elizabeth Mazai's. So, option 3 stated Mazai's concept of the landlord scheme was fundamentally changed and commercialized in a way that goes against her original version and purpose. So, if you talk about that, the passage clearly describes how monopoly changed from Mazai's original idea into something that promoted the opposite values. So this can be also inferred. Now, in that case, option one, two, and three can be inferred. Um, Now look at the last one, fourth one. So where it is stated, Mazai was opposed to all forms of property ownership and believed that her game should promote complete economic equality. Now, if you talk about that, Mazai was opposed to all forms of property ownership and believed in promoting complete economic equality. So it doesn't provide evidence for this actually, right? Doesn't have any evidence for this. So it only mentions that she critiqued monopolistic practices. There is no indication that she opposed all property, all property ownership, and you can say that advocated for complete equality. So in that case, option 4 cannot be inferred from the text. Um, So it is the correct answer because it cannot be inferred from the passage. The passage does not suggest that Majai was against all property ownership or that she believed in complete economic equality. Instead, it shows that what? It shows that she wanted what? She wanted to critique specific monopolistic practices through her game. The That's why it is option 4 can be called as a cannot be inferred from Elizabeth Mazai in the context of the passage. Other options can be inferred as far as it is given in the passage. Hope you understood this. That's all. Thank you.